Hi, I'm Kari Page, Neighborhood Outreach Coordinator for the City of Kirkland. I'm here to talk with you about an important City Council initiative called Safer Routes to School. In this presentation, I will give you some background on walking, biking, and riding the bus to school, and tell you what we will be doing here in Kirkland over the next year, outline some key considerations when moving forward, and tell you how you can join this civic conversation. You may have heard the stories from the past about walking miles to get to school. Well, it could be true. Turns out 48% of the children, 5 to 14, walked or biked to school in 1969. And 89% of those who lived within a mile of the school walked or biked. Maybe walking and biking was safer than driving in those days. Unfortunately, walking and biking to school are no longer the norm. A 2009 nationwide survey said 13% of the children, 5 to 14, walked or biked to school, while 45% rode in family vehicles. In 2005, Congress approved funding for safer routes to school in all 50 states and approved more than $140 million per year for doing comprehensive efforts to make it safer and encourage more children to walk and bike to school. Kirkland has benefited from this program and invested millions of dollars in the last 10 to 15 years improving school walk routes, like this sidewalk across the street from Rose Hill Elementary School. As a result, today, 26% of the children in the Lake Washington School District walk or bike to school. So why is this so important to Kirkland today? Well, evidence suggests that walking and biking to school can improve children's physical and social health. It can also improve traffic circulation in and around schools. Kirkland is growing, and so is enrollment at Lake Washington School District. Currently, more than 2,500 residential units, mostly apartments, are in construction. Another 2,000 are in the permitting process. In the past 10 years, more than 6,200 students moved to the district. That's a 25% growth. The district anticipates another 2,000 more students by 2022. All this growth means more traffic is converging on schools at arrival and pickup times. This leads to poor traffic circulation, congestion, inadequate parking, and often unsafe conditions. To address these issues, the City Council directed staff to develop safer routes to school action plans for each public elementary, middle, and high school in Kirkland. Staff will work in partnership with the Lake Washington School District, law enforcement, design professionals, students, parents, and neighborhoods to develop these action plans. They will include defining popular routes, identifying safety improvements, encouraging all children to walk, bike, and ride the bus to school, and to monitor and measure accomplishments. Action plans will be done for all 16 elementary schools, all 3 middle schools, and all 4 high schools. There are several key considerations when moving forward. For one, there is policy guidance from the Transportation Master Plan. It says to make it safe and easy for children to walk to school and other destinations, and to plan and prioritize school walk routes, like new sidewalks or crosswalks. It spells out a criteria to prioritize those projects, such as, does the project improve safety by looking at crash data? How close is the project to a school? Does it fill gaps in existing sidewalks or trails? Does it connect to bus service or transit? Is it important to the public? And to consider the project costs and the likeliness to receive grants. Another master plan goal is to increase the number of children walking, biking, and riding the bus to school. And finally, the master plan says to measure and report on how we can achieve our goals. Other considerations include what we've learned from other Safe Routes to School programs. We know these efforts can increase exercise and readiness to learn, increase social interactions, improve academic performance, reduce traffic congestion and emissions, and lower the costs for both the districts and families. While we know it is also a challenge for families to make this change, parents and children have said barriers to walking and biking to school include the distance to school, traffic-related dangers, weather, after-school activities, walking and biking conditions. So how can you get involved? Over the next year, we will be conducting parent and community surveys, doing tallies of students' drop-off and pickup habits, observing drop-off and pickup times at schools, holding focus group meetings to talk directly to children, doing outreach to schools, neighborhoods, and community events. We'll also have a City Hall open house on June 15th, 9 to 11 o'clock. And you can always email, call, or text in your comments and ideas. Thank you, and we look forward to your participation in this important Kirkland initiative.